What's up, everybody? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition. As you can tell by the name tag right there, I may be rolling solo depending on how well Melanie feels. So hopefully she might join me a little bit later. So, how's everybody doing? And it's good to see everybody in the chat. I will try to get to as many questions as I can today. Just in case, if I don't, please, you can always leave a comment down below after the video is over, because sometimes a lot of the questions are bombarded. So, where's everybody from? How's everybody doing? How's the weather? That's right. We're that old. We're talking about the weather because it is cold here. We got some big, just snow coming. Oh, man, don't look forward to that. Yeah, so that's how it's going in Kentucky, my dude. Do you think IDW will ever reprint Transformers vs. G.I. Joe? The hardcover, probably not. They rarely reprint things outside of their evergreen titles, which are, as of right now, TMNT, Lock and Key, and Transformers. My books are still packed. We'll be reading Batgirl Burnside Omnibus. Spoil the Gail Simone in any way? Not really. Not really. What's up, Jess? It's snowing like crazy. Thanks. Can you keep that up there? We don't need that in Kentucky. Hola, amigos. The great northern land of snow called Canada, hermano. Yeah, I love Canada. You have wonderful people up there. But y'all keep those cold degrees up there, please, because I'm not a fan of... I'll tell you what. Christmas Day, it can snow. I'm down with that. Afterwards, let it all melt away, please. Please. There's my buddy Diamond Breed Collectors. It's gnarly here in Chicago. Dude, it's always... When is it not cold in Chicago? I was up there for a few... I remember visiting a friend. I lived with a friend in Chicago for about 3 months, and I made the worst decision, which was go in February, March, and April. Whew, those winds. Sweden, congratulations on the 60K. Yeah! Wow, -1 degree Celsius. Whew. 4 degrees in Maine. Maybe I should not complain. Wait a minute. Never mind. Saludos from sunny Puerto Rico. Now I'm envious. I'm sure it's really nice and sunny there. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the congratulations 60K. Yeah, it kind of came overnight. I didn't expect to hit 60K until next week. I don't know. I kind of got an algorithm in my head of how long these things are going to take. So thank you so much. That was completely unexpected. The one true Omni boob. Let's hope so. Which one? What are y'all talking about? I'm butting into this conversation. Let's see what they said. What did they say? I can't go back. We're about to get a bunch of snow in Charlotte. Hi, Omar. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, noobs. Good to see you back. Congrats on your latest channel goal reached. Yeah. So 2 things happened this week. We hit 60K. 3 things happened. Amongst the things that are happening in personal life that's been making me just run ragged, man. But for the channel, a lot of cool things happened this week. We hit 60K, completely unexpected and wonderful, and thank you all. Y'all are a huge part of that. I got to announce the Boys Omnibus, which we were a big part of that. You all helped decide how that got made. That's so cool to be a part of that. And I got to talk to somebody that needed some advice, and hopefully that will go somewhere, and I get to announce something, and I think a lot of people will be excited. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been really cool and completely unexpected. A giveaway. I don't know. Personal life has kind of kept me running, like I said, ragged. Maybe when we hit 70 or 75, because we did that big Christmas giveaway. Portsmouth, England, foggy and chilly here, but in case we do something, you'll hear about it here first. Y'all know how I like to give away things. Omar, will Batman Rebirth Deluxe Edition Volume 4 and Crusader Volume 4 be reprinted? Yeah, they're pretty bad, aren't they? Especially that Crusader is just crazy when they go out of print. So hopefully we'll get a reprint or some kind of big thick collection of that. What's up, my G? The Spectacular Spider-Man announcement was hot AF. I'm so glad you liked it. We're not done with Spidey, man. One book that nobody knew about unfortunately got pushed back indefinitely, but there's still 2 announcements, and I'm trying to figure out if David and Marvel want me to announce it in the same video, or if they want me to make separate videos. So there's 2 more Spidey announcements that I get to make. This manga situation, I'm actually going to talk to Dan about that tomorrow to make a video. It's a very simple thing. I don't want to make a big deal about it. It's frustrating on my end. I don't want it to anybody to worry about it, though. Like, I need to take care of it. But thank you so much. I promise there will be an explanation as to what's going on from that. Hello from the Philippines. Any idea when we'll get a Star Wars Volume 2, Omni? I don't. I haven't heard about that. Ryan, I just emailed you, buddy. I just emailed you back. Your email was beautiful. Thank you. And it's cold in Chicago. I don't envy that at all. Is Uncanny X-Men Volume 4 have a new spine? I'm going to shoot an email again to Marvel to see if they have the dust jackets, because usually they send me the dust jackets ahead of time, but they never did send me the dust jacket for Volume 3 or 4, and Volume 3 ended up with the old spine, so I don't know if it was miscommunication between their designer or the printer or what ended up happening, but it was supposed to have a new design and a new spine. What do I think of Nick Spencer's run on Spider-Man? I think it's hit and miss. People like it. Some people hate it. I really enjoyed it. I like the whole bringing back the Parker look. I like his portrayal of rooming him together with Boomerang. I thought that was really cool. I loved and appreciated what he did towards the end, because that needed to be done, and I don't want to spoil that for anybody. There was an overall, like, a huge, long arc that I wish he had focused more on other things instead of this huge, long arc that he had with the whole Kindred thing. Yes, Wolverine 3 has been moved to November. I think I announced that last week. So, a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1 coming in June. There is. What's up, Robert Marquez from Phoenix? Omar, can you do us Canadians and get a Canadian comic book shop to sponsor you, please? Oh, man. There's a new shop. I remember my buddy Curtis telling me that there was going to be a new shop that's opening up there. I think it's Indigo or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But, of course, I would love to. I'd love for you all to get a deal. I'm stoked about the Spectacular Spider-Man. What's up, Kenny? How you doing, buddy? Omar, very excited for Volume 2 of Star Wars Legends Epic Collection Tales of the Jedi coming out in May, and the reprints of Star Wars by Jason Aaron Omnibus and Darth Vader Omnibus. In the upcoming announcements, I'm so bad at giving hints. There are going to be more than one, less than 3 Star Wars Omnis in that list. Lots of love for Star Wars. I'm glad to see it back, because whenever I started doing omnibus announcements, like, Star Wars was off the pages. Nobody talked about Star Wars Omnis. I remember asking David, and I kind of thought, like, because the original years were liquidated and it took a long time for Jason Aaron's omnibus to sell out. But I think what happened was they tested the waters with Dr. Aphra. They tested the waters with the Old Republic, and they saw an interest again in Star Wars in big book format. So then they started doing more. We got the Rise of the Sith, and then we have the Rogue Squadron coming out. So it's pretty exciting. And then we have Darth Vader by Soul that came out, and reprints of Aaron and Gillen's Darth Vader coming out. So that's really exciting that those are back, in there. Like, it's in their eyes again to start making more of those Star Wars books. I can't wait for that new Boys Omni. Man, I'm excited for you all, for the people that didn't get it, that wanted in a nice hardcover format. This is the first time it's been available in an oversized hardcover format. They had the deluxe editions, the big slipcase editions, beautiful, but those have been most of those are out of print. There's a couple that are still in print. Well, thank you for the super chat, Kitty Pride. Any info on the Excalibur reprint, like a pre-order? I don't know. I know it was supposed to come out in April, but then again, things got delayed. So I will double check for you. Okay, man, Dave's gonna kill me. I have so many questions. Crazy Cold in Massachusetts just started getting the Fantastic Four, started buying the Lee and Ditko Omnis. What would you say is your favorite run of the FF? For me, personally, man, I love Mark Waid and Mike Wieringo's run. I love the mix of classic storytelling, and the late Mike Wieringo is He's such a good artist. And there's this issue where they go and meet God, and the portrayal of God, I thought it's perfect if you think about it in the Marvel Comics way. But I'm a big fan of John Byrne's run. Big fan of John Byrne's run. That's probably my second favorite run. Third favorite run is probably the Tom DeFalco run. Very underrated. Nobody talks about it. I love that run. I think it's phenomenal. Because I think a lot of people are like, oh, boob window, the 90s. And they're really missing out on some great stories because, unfortunately, it falls in that category of the 90s. Like, every comic that came out in the 90s is horrible. I like Jonathan Hickman's. And, of course, the classic, though. Like, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, by the time they get to the Coming of Galactus, woo, son, that's some good storytelling. But those are some of my personal favorite runs. And Walter Simonson's run, too. That's a solid run. It's a lot of fun. Hey, from Austria, Omar, I haven't been able to catch a stream before, but hyped to be here, even if it's ruined my sleep schedule. I'm sorry it ruined your sleep schedule, but I'm happy you're here. Jupiter X, Jupiter 23. Big congrats on 60K. NMC to the moon. Oh, thanks, Immortal Ibsy. I'm glad to have you back. One spine, one dream. Hey, Omar. It'd be cool to have 2099 Eric Larson reprint. Reprint. I keep forgetting that book is out of print. Finally got my last House of M Deluxe edition. Now you know what happens here, Ian. This is my buddy Ian, by the way. He hosts a cool podcast named Circuit 42. If you haven't checked it out, you need to check it out. Super nice dude. Has a lot of guest interviews that he does there. But he just did something for all of us. You see that House of M Deluxe edition he bought the last one, meaning he might have paid a little more over than cover, right? Because he did that and completed his set after years of trying to find all these, he just summoned the House of M Omnibus. So don't be surprised within the next year if you hear there's a House of M Omnibus. So thank you so much for your sacrifice, Circuit 42. Uncanny X-Men Volume 5 announcement soon. I'll be honest with you guys. Again, this is just my thoughts. That I think an Uncanny X-Men Volume 5 Omnibus, we know it's going to come, right? It's one of those things that it's just inevitable. Like, we no longer have to wait 10 years between Omnis, or 7 years, or 5 years. But I think it makes better sense if they release it in 2023. Because they're celebrating 60 years of X-Men, and that's a big book, and that would be a hell of a way to kick off the 60-year celebration. Spencer was better than Slott for sure. Interesting. I really like Slott's when he was his highs. His lows were, towards his end of his run, they were okay. But, I mean, I still think his magnum opus is Superior Spider-Man, though. Please let one of those Spidey announcements be a reprint of Spider-Man versus Venom. Did you see the Batgirl suit? Imagine that image that just dropped. I did. I just saw it last night. We did AMA last night. Ask Me Anything on the Patreon. And they were talking about it, and I hadn't seen it yet, but afterwards I saw, oh, that's what they're talking about. Yeah, I like the colors. Seems like it's practically functional. It's not skin tight like Yvonne used to wear. It's got the colors. I don't know. I guess I have to see it in film, because I wasn't the biggest fan of like some of these costume early shots whenever I see them, but I have to see them in action. Do you know why Strange Academy hardcover price got up to $60 on Amazon? Was there something added? I don't know, man. What is it, $60? Are they doing the first 12 issues? I was heartbroken that Michelini Bagley wasn't announced. I was expecting that to be what ended up being spectacular. Man, I don't think there's a big demand for that, unfortunately. I think I want it, of course, because I think it fills in that missing part between the Spider-Man versus Venom and Clone Saga. But it's just a weird era to collect in omnibus format. I think they'll test the waters with, what did they do? Life Theft in the Epic format. They'll probably test the waters with that and see how well that sold. It would be cool, though, because it could be in the tradition of McFarlane and Michelini and Larson Michelini. They could do a Michelini Bagley. I would be all over that. It would be a thick book, too, including all those annuals and crossovers. I literally have 3 Uncanny X-Men volumes with the old spine and 1 with the new spine. So annoying. Which one? Oh, you got a reprint of 1 and 2? Do you know when we'll be getting the next round of Epic announcements? I will ask. Sometime probably this maybe early next month. Omar, thank you, Fabio. No Melanie today. Depends on how she's feeling. If she's feeling a little better, she's going to come down here. What happened to the Doctor Strange Omnibus Volume 2? We need to talk about that. So I just got the copy of Doctor Strange Omnibus Volume 2 last week. The crazy thing is, when I was doing the AMA last night, some of the patrons were talking about how it was already on sale at Amazon as of last week, meaning that the printer that sends me the review copies was late on that, and they're the ones that push it out to the direct market. So the book market already has Doctor Strange Omnibus Volume 2, which is crazy. So, bought the Monsters, Barry Windsor-Smith hardcover. Its paper quality is not as good as others I have. Is it the same for you? Oh, I love the paper quality in Monsters because it's that flat matte paper that you need for that black and white art. I can't imagine Barry Windsor-Smith's details popping out even more with glossy paper. I don't think glossy paper would not be good for something like that. There's a reason why Manga likes to print, their black and white art in this matte paper that we're accustomed to. I think when people look at deluxe editions, they're expecting nice, thick, glossy paper or omnibus editions, right? But there's a certain reason why some books are released in matte paper, just because the blacks look a lot darker, if that makes sense. I don't think glossy would have helped that book. I think it's the perfect paper quality, as a matter of fact. Is the Old Republic Omni done, or will there be more restocks? Same for Soul Daredevil. As far as I know, I think they're done. That's it. They had one print run. Indigo's not okay. So Indigo's the bookstore. I was thinking of something else. I'm sorry. Something that somebody else was starting. More than one, less than three. Basic math, right? Any news on the She Omnibus? I haven't heard about it. I know that he did email me after I had Billy Tucci on the show. I talked him into doing an oversized format instead of standard edition. The standard edition, for those that don't know, are like the hardcovers of like Witchblade or Darkness, and then oversized, of course, are the deluxe editions. So I think he did decide to do oversized. So that's good news for the people that have been wanting that book. Everybody falling over themselves to get that Excalibur pre-order, and tell David to listen to me earlier next time. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Omar. I really need to know, what is that signed picture on your shelf? This one here? This is a very special picture. I interviewed Elvira on the channel. She was working on a comic, and she sent me a little care package with some comics and this picture. Outside of talking to David Gabriel, this is probably the greatest accomplishment on my channel. I got to talk to Elvira. Mate, you tell that to 12-year-old Omar? Insane. Besides Uncanny Omnibus Volume 1, what is a good jumping on point for X-Men? Good thing I'm doing a video on that. As a matter of fact, Where to Start Reading comes back, I think. I'm going to try to do it next week. I'm going to do the Where to Start Reading Wolverine. But X-Men is on the table. So, but there's a lot of excellent places to start reading X-Men. Omar, will you do an overview of the Spectacular Spider-Man by J.M. DeMatteis omnibus that you recently got from overseas? I mean, I could, but it's not in English. Just like the covers are in English, but the text, everything is in. Oh my gosh, where's it from? Is it Polish? Somebody help me. When's the new Astonishing X-Men Omnibus coming out? Well, it was supposed to be out in November, but I think it got pushed back until March, I saw. Rogue Squadron Omnibus. What? I thought I announced. Didn't I announce that? I had the Rogue Squadron series. I'm converting my trade paperbacks complete collections to Omnis and hardcovers. Any recommendation on how to sell my stuff without completely losing all my money? Don't take it to a comic book store unless you know them and they give you good credit, right? Don't take it to places like what is that called? The not Books A Million, the half price books, because they never pay what you expect. You could join a Facebook group or join a Reddit group, sell online. I recommend doing that instead of eBay, just because you get less fees in that way. Morning, Omar. Where's the wife? The wife is upstairs. Just waiting for her to see if she wants to come down here or not. She was feeling a little under the weather. But there is enough material. Somebody told me, somebody mapped out Volume 2. So Rick Gear saying, I think Marvel scrivooshed the pooch by calling it Old Republic Volume 1. Doesn't look like there's enough Old Republic material for Volume 2. Somebody actually mapped it out, like one of my viewers that is a big Star Wars reader, what they would add to an Old Republic Volume 2. And since I hadn't read that stuff, I just assumed they knew what they're talking about. Omar, can you explain why you don't like Civil War? What are the prospects of an Omni? An Omni? Yeah, that will happen one day. Why I don't like it? I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Miller's dialogue. I'm not the biggest fan of his character portrayal of some of my favorite characters. To sum it all up, Johnny Storm, who's been fighting crime for over 40 years at the time that book was written, I think, gone up against Galactus, took on an entire armada, got knocked out by a beer bottle at a bar fight. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all you need to know why I'm not a fan of that book. Yo, do you think when they do a Spectacular Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2, they'll pick up at 43 or skip the Stern issues since it's its own omnibus? Yeah, that's a lot of double dipping. I'm not sure how they're going to handle that. Are they going to handle it the same way they did X Factor by Peter David? That they realize there are only some people that are going to pick up Spectacular Spider-Man and not pick up Amazing Spider-Man. I know it's crazy to think that way, but there are. So will they just include all the issues in there? Perhaps. I don't know, man. That is a good question. I really need to know this. Oh, I showed you the signed picture. I agree. Tom DeFalco run is amazing. So good. His run on Thor, Fantastic Four, Spider-Girl, so good, man. Okay, here we go. Look, this is somebody else that knows more about Star Wars comics than I do. Old Republic Omni 2 will include Star Wars TOR. Oh my gosh, what is the Old Republic MMO issues, plus all the Darth Vader issues like Jedi versus the Sith. So there we go. Omar, I don't know if anybody brought this to your attention, but OPB made a video about the poor packaging from Penguin Random House. It would be great if you could watch it and bring it to David's attention. Okay, so let's talk about that really quick. I did talk to JP about this, but last year, Dying Breed Collectors, who's in the chat right now, this guy right here, who owns his own online store, brought it to my attention that PRH, how they were shipping books. But because, how do I put this? So PRH is a big company that deals mainly with book stores, right? They're used to shipping to big book depositories. They're not used to dealing with comic book retailers. They're not used to dealing with online retailers that aren't ordering the amounts that, the big two are. It would be like, and I'm not saying that organic price books is small by any means, but compared to the orders that are coming in from somebody that is known as the VIP of the online retailers world as in-stock trades, or even cheap graphic novels, they've been around for a long time. They take priority, and they also get freight shipping, right? So if it comes through UPS, it's more than likely going to get damaged. So there's a reason why comic book stores order from Diamond, and they refuse to order from, and I'm not saying most comic book stores will not get things through PRH, because Diamond is a lot easier to deal with, and Diamond is not without its own faults. There were damages coming in from Diamond. This is nothing new. There were damages coming in from Diamond. It was just the way that it was handled. And the thing that sucks for a retailer like Organic Price Books, while we're talking about that, is that let's say that you ordered Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2 from Organic Price Books. All right? So he orders 30 copies. 28 of them are damaged, right? That book was sold out through the distributor before it even reached comic book stores. So, JP's like, hey, 28 of these books are damaged. I'm going to send you your stuff back. Send me 28 copies. Sorry, man. You can't. We're not going to do that because we're out. Here's some credit. And that loses you customers. That's a whole nother level of stress. So until they get this fixed, most comic book stores are ordering from Diamond until they get it fixed. The unfortunate part about that is that you'll be, JP or Diamond Breed Collectors will be paying more money to order from Diamond, meaning your prices are going to go up. This all comes back to me saying last year, the whole Diamond monopoly falling apart was not going to be good. I've been saying that from day one. When people were cheering about, oh, Diamond Monopoly's over, I was like, no, this is going to be bad. The day that DC pulled out, that started that snowball effect of crap just happening. And this is one of those side effects, unfortunately. And then you have online retailers that are trying to succeed out there, trying to be better. And it's hard for them because of things like this. So I wish them luck. And because it's not easy. I mean, and he's got to answer to you, to his customers. But that's my 2 cents. I've already brought it to the attention of Marvel. That's the other thing I forgot to say. That was last year when Die and Breed collectors reached out to me. I told, and I've heard from other comic book stores about it too, and from a couple people overseas. I don't know if there's a contract, and there's nothing the collected editions department can do about that. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm out of the loop on because I don't work for Marvel nor PRH. Hi, Omar. Got the COVID last week. Dude, I'm so sorry. Shout out Moderna for keeping it mild. Hey, I had the Moderna one. Good. Thanks for letting me know, man. But gave me a chance to start Starman. Loving it. Any news on the Compendium Volume 2? Yeah, man, that is still coming out. Compendium coming out, I think, is it August or something? So it is still coming out. Anyway, so that was my 2 cents on what's going on with PRH. Unfortunately, it's nothing new. And unfortunately, it's probably going to take some time before they finally get their act together and, get things straightened out. Buenos dias. No snazzy sweater for the live stream. No, man. It's hot down here, dude. What would you say the best Frank Miller books? Been interested in reading Ronin. Is it any good? Sin City I love his Sin City. It's great. If you haven't read Sin City, it's phenomenal. I do like Ronin. Keep in mind that it was, heavily inspired by a lot of manga. So expect to know, expect to see a lot of homages there. And Batman Year One, Dark Knight Returns, those are classics. It's Daredevil Born Again. I actually like Daredevil Man Without Fear more than Born Again. And I know I'm in the minority there. I love that. I think it was great. Omar, are you going to check out the Taschen? Is that how you pronounce it? The Spider-Man book. It's gorgeous. I've heard. What is it, 20 issues, right? And I think the annual. I've heard it's gorgeous. I heard the paper quality is nice. I heard are the ads in there? That's what I want to know. Are the ads in there? I may or may not check it. I don't know, man. I like the Omnis. I like how big they are. I like my artwork, remastered. Not like Star Wars Episode 4 remastered. Hey, Omar, happy Saturday. Dual questions. All right. Were there any more upcoming Spider-Man announcements? Yes. And any chance of a reprint of Spider-Man versus Venom Omni? Maybe one day. I just haven't heard. Any idea for the price of Avengers versus X-Men? It was announced as $150, but DCBS and other pre-orders up this month to have it at $125. If it's at $125, shh, don't say a word. Just leave it alone. Let it ride. But it was solicited at $150. Interesting. Underrated Star Wars comic book series from Dark Horse Comics era was Star Wars 1998. Okay, so I got to read some of that in The Rise of the Sith. It was what's his name? The Conehead guy. I wasn't digging it, man. Later retitled Star Wars Republic. Glad Marvel's collecting those issues. But people have told me that it got better, so I'm gonna keep, whenever the next collection comes out, I'm gonna keep reading it. Omar, are you gonna upgrade your Spider-Man reading order? Not in the upcoming months, because what ended up winning was Superman, so I'll be focusing on Superman reading orders. Hopefully starting that maybe the last week of the month. I've been doing a lot of reading of freaking Superman lately. Omar, should I get Preacher Omni or the Absolutes? Preacher means something special to me. It's my favorite Garth Ennis book. And Steve Dillon, I love his artwork, and Preacher's my favorite thing that he's drawn. So I had to have it in the absolute format because that's the best possible format. If you've never read it, the cheaper route, of course, would be the trade paperbacks or digitally if you want to check it out, because it may not be your cup of tea. Because I've heard people complain how it's outdated, how it's edgy for the sake of being edgy, even though I think that happens a lot more in the Boys and Crossed. But You know, and I will warn you, it is a little blasphemous. Okay, a lot blasphemous. So it may not be for you. So I would at least try to read the first volume digitally or in a trade paperback format. For me, I prefer the absolutes over the omnis, but it would cost you more to own all three of the absolutes as opposed to the two omnis. Omar, what is the best black and white comic in your opinion? Just discover your channel, enjoying it a lot. Thank you so much. There are several. You know, I actually have viewers that don't like black and white. Like, it breaks my heart because every time I recommend something, they're like, I wish I could read this, but yeah, can't do it. Mouse probably is up there. Blankets, Stray Bullets. Those are quite excellent. This one summer, I know I recommend that a lot, but I love it. I Kill Giants. The original TMNT, Usagi Yojimbo, Bone. Even though a lot of those TMNT, Usagi Yojimbo, and Bone have been recolored, I prefer the old school black and white. Love it. And of course, so much manga, if you like manga. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Omar, what's up? Have you read anything about the Gideon Falls book 2? Not yet. Only book 1. But I'm sure it will come. I mean, it's Jeff Lemire, right? There's no way they don't follow it up. Are 2,000-page omnis possible? What was the biggest omni? Was it? Is it still Blackest Night? Blackest Night or Final Crisis, right? One of those two. No, Marvel's releasing the biggest omni. King in Black. King in Black is gonna beat it by what, 20 pages, I think? And it's 1,550 pages. Man, 2,000, that's a lot, dude. That spine is gonna... Even at 1,500, man, that spine is suffering some. But 2,000, I think that's a little much. I don't think we'll see that. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a publisher that actually wants to do it. Is X-Men Onslaught? I don't know if Onslaught's been pushed back. Yeah, it's not in January, that's for sure. Missed out on 0 Hour Omnibus. Can I get it for cover? Not think it will get a reprint. I'm sure it will get a reprint one day. I mean, they're reprinting, what is it? A lot of Omnis this year that I didn't think they were going to reprint. Like, they're reprinting the Teen Titans by Jeff Johns. They're reprinting 52. And they're reprinting Superman Death and Return. Of course, that's a given, though. Hey, Omar, do you know if the recent reprint of Silver Surfer has the new spine design? Oh, good question. I don't know. You know, all these questions about the Dust Jacket designs, I'll ask Marvel to see if they have the files. If they have the files, it's easy for them to send it my way, and I'll be happy to share it with you. And where I share those are on our social media. So we have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's at NearMintCon. If you want to follow us that way, that's where I post all that stuff. And then, but before that, I do share them on the Patreon. If you want to check out our Patreon. DCBD has just updated the pricing as well with King in Black that was priced wrong. Okay, well, nobody said anything. Hey, does that great McFarlane news mean insights on not just McFarlane IP, but also Image? Just McFarlane, which is cool. It's a good start. Image maybe one day. But it was an honor to even get that email. Is there any chance of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 by Straczynski, since we'll get a Volume 1 in May? I can't find it here in Europe. Is it? Don't tell me it's out of print. That thing had 3 restocks. If you can't find it in Europe, where do you shop? Have you tried Walt's Comic Shop? They're our official sponsor of this part of the video. They're out of Berlin, Germany. You can get books from Marvel and DC within the EU with the cheapest prices there. Flat rate shipping of €9.90. Tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way. Use the code Near Mint Condition all one more, and you get free shipping of all your EU countries only. Free shipping on your first order. That's waltzcomicshop.com. Check them out. Wow, that was a good segue. Melanie would have been proud of me. Hey, Omar, I never forgot about that box set from a long time ago. I haven't either. I still joke about that with David. I've known about that stupid box set since August of 2020. August of 2020. How you feeling? Tired? Just tired? Not sick?
No.
Why are you tired?
Let me sit here for a minute.
At last, some Superman love. Man, people have wanted it, and they finally won. It has been beaten out in the Patreon poll twice, and it was close because it was up against Spider-Man Updated Reading Order, and at first it was like, oh wow, those Superman people are gonna be mad. Omar, that Spectacular Volume 1 announcement made my week. Thank you, and David, of course. Oh, thank you, man. I'm so glad I got to announce that. I've been looking forward to that one. Now, is that the one I was talking about in my video of upcoming collected editions that I'm most excited about? No, it's not. Forgot to mention Monsters. Favorite read last year. Omar, I have an AVX trade paperback. Would you recommend upgrading to the new Omni? If you enjoy it, if you love it, and you want to see the artwork in oversized format, that's why I would recommend it. And if you have the money, because they're expensive. They're not cheap. Trade paperbacks are a lot cheaper. So really depends on how much it means to you. Here's some good recommendations. Love and Rockets. I need to go back to that or I'm going to get shamed. Strangers in Paradise. Oh, thank you for mentioning that. That's such a good book. I love that book. Let David know that just because some idiots wore Punisher logos doesn't mean that they should go and destroy the character. New logo. Rucka Kiketo Omnibus is a must. My thoughts on that are with you. I like the logo. The logo represents the Punisher to me. And whether they... Ooh, I need to put this up. Whether they decided to do that as part of the story because it takes place in Japan and the hand is there, so that's why they redesigned the logo. I don't know. I don't know if they'll go back to the original logo, but I do agree with your last statement. We do need the Rucka Chichetto run in omnibus format. You are dragging. Come on. I'm scooting over. The next Spider-Man announcement is $20.99, huh? I don't know, man. By the way, anybody notice my shirt? It's me with a sword and a bunch of books. No, I wore the other one. This is my brother designed. My brother designed this shirt.
Look, come on, man.
Look, you're already taking over. I haven't done that one yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the super chat. Silent Kid. Omar, will we ever get a Batman War Games Omnibus, Bruce Wayne Murderer, Fugitive Omnibus, and Batman Brubaker Omni someday, or do I just dream on?
Don't dream on, man. Keep fighting the good fight. War Games would be awesome, and so would Fugitive. I think Brubaker could be put into a Fugitive Omnibus too. It was around that time. Jacob is saying Read Comics has the variant cover still. Okay, so there you go. What McFarlane news? Oh, this was on Patreon. Omar Reyes. I posted something on Patreon about somebody reaching out to me from McFarlane about wanting to pick my brain about some things. So I'm pretty excited. We had a good conversation, and hopefully it will lead to something that everybody can benefit from. So I'm excited to talk. I'm excited that Todd remembered me and suggested me to his president of comics. And then they both reach out to me about picking my brain about collected editions. So it's a great goal. It was a good week. Thank you.
Proud of you, baby. This one right here. Thank you for the super chat, Eric. Hi, Omar. I'm looking to start Hellblazer. Is there a collection of issues 1 through 40, or is the Garth Ennis Omnibus a good jumping on point?
The Garth Ennis Omnibus is a double-edged sword because it is a great collection, and it is the best collection. It is the best Hellblazer. The only way that the other stories, all the other 300 issues are collected are in trade paperback format. They're big fat trades, and they're skinny trades too. But the big fat trades are easier to find, even though some are out of print. And that's the best way to get the Jamie Delano run. But jumping into Hellblazer with Garth Ennis's run is mind-blowing. It's amazing. Like, to me, it's the best Hellblazer. It's up there with Mike Carey's run. I really like Mike Carey's run, but yeah.
What did you tell them?
What did I tell them about what? You just said you weren't feeling good.
No, that was in the middle of the night. I'm okay. I'm tired. What was I looking at? Oh, Great Garlu. I don't know what song you're talking about. Every time I look in the mirror, what's that?
Oh, it's a song? I don't know.
Sorry.
Talk about Moon Knight.
Are you getting the new Batman Year 2 action figure from McFarlane Toys? Not yet. Later.
I guess not yet.
Are you?
I guess not yet. Omar just read Why the Last Man, and wow, 10 out of 10. This book hit the feels. Absolutely loved it. My top read of 2021. Thanks for recommendations. Any others?
Yeah. Love Why the Last Man. Last Man. It holds a special place in our hearts. Read through it again, and it just wasn't as good as I remember. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, though. Yeah, it's.
I loved it.
It's one of my favorite.
It's one of the best. Like, if you like that, Pride of Baghdad. If you want a good cry, whew, it's rough. We 3. Why am I recommending Animals? I think that's another heartbreaking one.
What's We 3?
It's Garth Ennis.
I don't know if I've ever read Garth.
It's like Homeward. I'm sorry, it's Grant Morrison. Homeward Bound with the animals, except they have like their science experiments.
What was it written before Homeward Bound?
No.
Or it sounds like that one animated movie that we saw, like top,
this is
unknown animated.
There were scientific experiments, but weaponized scientific experiments, like
a Gatling gun on the shoulder.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
that's horrible.
It's good.
Matt, I am really proud of him.
Thank you, baby.
Really proud of him. It took him like too long to tell me. As in a couple of hours. I'm like, why didn't you tell me?
Been a long week.
Loose Boot Channel says I've never read Batman Year 2. But I've heard that Batman The Long Halloween erased it from continuity. Have I been informed correctly?
No. I mean, yes. Batman Year 2 still happened. But unfortunately, they're right. It was retconned because of Long Halloween. Not a fan of the ending? Which ending?
I'm assuming you mean Why the Last Man.
Oh, I thought it ended perfectly.
We did cry when it ended.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is a cool question. If you could have a guaranteed 50+ issue run of a lesser used character, which character would you choose? Not Squirrel Girl.
Not Squirrel Girl.
Unless who wrote it?
Alan Moore.
Wrote it.
Alan Moore.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Alan Moore came and wrote Squirrel Girl. That would be awesome. 50+ issues. Fabian Nicieza. I'd like Fabian to come back. I love his runs. On any character, though.
I read a book he published last year, Suburban Dicks.
Oh, yeah.
Detectives, and it was really good.
Darkhawk. Fabian Nicieza.
There you go.
Is Kang the Conqueror the next MCU villain? I don't know, but he's my favorite Avengers villain. So I hope so.
Solid Blade run.
Yeah, we need
a good
Dupe. Blade.
You know, Alf did get a 50-issue run.
How did that happen? Different times. Omar, do you think we'll ever go to Doyle, all the Jurassic Parks comics collected in hardcover format? No idea who has. I don't know who has the rights to those. Man, that was it. Who? No, that was Age of Reptiles. I'd like to see Age of Reptiles collected in hardcover format. That's by Dark Horse. I think they still hold the rights. I don't know who owns the rights. IDW maybe because of the toys, or Spielberg. Dude, that's a tough one. I don't know. So to answer your question, no.
Omni Nation's agreeing. Want a Blade run?
Omni Nation, what's up, buddy?
I always love your picture. You're so happy. Hey, Omar, never had Starman. Should I get the compendium or wait for an omnibus? That omnibus probably isn't coming, huh?
I don't know. It's DC. Maybe one day, but to play it safe, get the compendium. It's the cheapest way to get it. Because some of those, the hardcover Omnibus Editions are out of print after volume, especially 3, I'm thinking 4.
And what about getting the compendium just to read it, and then if you fall in love, you can get the better collector's edition of an Omni
when it comes out, placeholder.
If you're like, hey, I really.
And I say cheap, and it's really not that cheap. It's $60, but still,
just cheaper.
Cheaper, yes.
Yeah. And thank you, Ringmaster. I rule with an iron fist.
Ness is saying,
in his basement.
Good evening from the Netherlands. What's up, Ness?
Oh, there you go. Oh, I think I got hair in my eye.
Arjun is asking if Spider-Man by Mark Waid good. Are you talking about when he was doing one of the brain trusts, like when there's five writers? That's the brand new day era. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Hit and miss. Bob Gale was writing it, the guy that wrote Back to the Future. He was writing it then too.
Somebody was asking earlier about Kang and maybe the next villain in MCU, and Sasmar was saying check out did you check out the recent Kang miniseries?
No, but
recommending it. I recommend it. Really good. Followed up by the Timeless one shot.
Why are you drinking my orange juice? I have been told how good the Kang miniseries was, and so people, because this is the internet, have already spoiled what happens at the end of the Timeless. But I'll be honest with you, I already knew what's going to happen at the end of Timeless because I was part of that announcement week of. Oh wait, I can't say anything in case people haven't read it. Never mind, forget it. Topps published comics. They did. Who wants to write the Topps then?
Let's see. What do you think of the new Amazing Spider-Man creative team? I'm excited for JR's return. Hey, that's really cool.
It's crazy. Wow. I was talking to Hunter, one of my Patreons, about this. How many times John Romita Jr. has drawn Spider-Man? So, you had the classic John Romita Jr. stuff with Stern. You had him come back in the 90s during the Clone Saga. And then you had him come back during the Straczynski's run with when he was a teacher, that era. And now he's coming back. So this is like
Handsome Peter.
4 times. 4 times he's come back. So yeah, it's cool. I like Zeb Wells. I think he could write a really good story. I was a big fan of. He was also one of the Brain Trust people doing Spider-Man. He came from the Robot Chicken show. Funny guy. Did Hellions. Killed it on Hellions. Go to Joshua's. Melanie Twika. Okay.
Yeah. Newspaper channel. Do you remember the Garfield's Line Live segment? We talked about this last night, where he's an escaped experiment on Lab Cat, and at the very end has the transformation sequence that's scary for life. Yes, we were talking and I didn't remember it until now when you said that sequence. It was scary. We did talk about it last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We did. Did you see Wade's run getting an Omni reprint soon? Do you see it? Well, we have a Brubaker one. I don't know about Wade. Since Disney bought Fox and we've been getting Aliens and upcoming Predator Omni, do you think we'll get Omnibus of The Simpsons by Bongo Comics or X-Files by Topps? I would love to see that. The Simpsons. All right, let's go to that super chat from Thomas. I'm going to make the jump from trades to Omnis. Do you have any tips for someone making the transfer for the first time? Greetings from Scotland. Thank you so much. They weigh heavier. Get sturdier bookcases. Seriously. No, I'm serious. Nobody really thinks about them.
Yeah.
Because, if you have bookcases where you put your trade paperbacks don't weigh as much. But once you start filling them up, especially every single slot with an omnibus, they will start to... Yeah. I don't want that to happen to your books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have any online comic book seller who might ship to India?
Besides Amazon, I don't. I mean...
You can use a freight forwarding service.
Yeah, you can try that and order from anybody.
So they'll keep all your orders until it's big enough to send out. Mm-hmm. Marcelo?
Yeah, please. That's a good question.
Your favorite absolute is? Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you. I was going to do my top 10 this year. My top 10 favorite absolutes since people kept asking. But... the right answer is the Justice League Avengers absolute. George Perez's artwork is phenomenal in that. It's good, man. Omar, this beard is full classic Klingon. Oh, take that as a compliment, my man.
Yeah, he's grown out his beard.
I need to shave it, honestly.
I think it looks good. Let's see. Best cyberpunk sci-fi noir comics that aren't Ghost in the Shell.
Tokyo Ghost. If you've not read it. Battle Angel Alita. Battle Angel Alita over Tokyo Ghost. But Tokyo Ghost is God. It's so good. It's so good. It's Rick Remender, Sean Murphy. Oh, and it's just harnessing that love of cyberpunk and anime. Maybe a little bit of Bubblegum Crisis in there. Now that reading comics is a part of the job. I love this question. How do you handle getting tired of reading, yet still reading for fun? Staying disciplined and keeping your eyes healthy and taking breaks. I was just talking about my eyes yesterday. I noticed a couple weeks ago when reading something, I'm like, why am I having to hold it further away? And I was talking to Tina, who, she's eye specialist. Might be that I need bifocals. Getting older.
When I read eating, I'm like, oh shoot, I have to hold it farther away, and it's harder to eat.
So it's a good balance of waking up and treating it like a job. So, you know, setting time aside to do things like I would at a normal job, right? Taking it seriously, because I would do it in injustice to my viewers if I didn't. If I just like slept all day and said, oh, I'm gonna go and get up and talk about this book, like it's just you know, I have to treat it like a job.
You do have a hard time getting up in the morning. You stay up late.
Yeah, I'm a night owl though. So
usually I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, good night.
Well, so it's just one of those things. And then of course I'm looking at the screen a lot when I'm editing and putting videos on there. So I do take breaks. I used to go out for jogs, but here lately I just haven't had a chance to do it, and I need to quit making up excuses and just go out again and do things for myself like that. But it will be it's been an amazing ride this year of learning how to time manage. It's a big part of it too, is time manage. How much time I dedicate to a specific book before moving on to something else, and because, you know, I got to give it its fair shot to talk about it.
Ipsy, go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and get you some of this beard butter. That's what he got. I don't know if it helps it grow, but
does it help it grow?
Beard butter.
If it helped it grow, people would be putting it on their bald head.
That's true. Is Dr. Aphra Omni out of print?
I believe it is, my dude. But I think some places still have it. Like, I think In Stock Trade still has it.
Bad Wolf, okay. Can you say if the last two Spidey announcements are new books or reprints?
Sure. They're new books. I'm sorry for the people that wanted reprints of stuff, and I just broke a bunch of hearts. A bunch of people just went, no! Don't hate me. I'm just a messenger.
What about Batman anime series?
Oh, dude, I would love that. I would love that because there's so many good stories in those. Like, there's a lot of good stories. Mike Ayers saying the AMA was really fun.
Yeah.
That's why Melanie.
I'm fine.
She's fine.
I woke up.
Been looking at getting into Deadpool. Do you think they'll reprint the Joe Kelly Omnibus, or should I just get the trades? I'm sure it will come. His popularity has kind of dwindled, though. There was a time when he had like 2 or 3 monthly comics, and now he doesn't even have a monthly comic anymore. Last one was Kelly Thompson's, when he was King of the Monsters. Weird. But I guess these things happen, right? Popularity kind of slows down. Maybe with the new movie when it gets...
Why was Wonder Girl canceled?
I know, I heard about that, dude, and I was so looking forward to that. I don't know why it was canceled.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is Arjun not gonna regret not getting Volume 4 of Ultimate X-Men?
Uncanny X-Men. I ordered volumes 1 to 3. No. Yes, because Volume 4 is great. After it's $80 on Amazon.
Paper Girls is good.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the way the future people talked. I like time travel elements in the past. It's so good. Yes.
Who's the artist?
Is it Brian Chang?
You don't know. Oh.
Or Cliff Chang. Cliff Chang? What the heck is his name? Thanks for asking.
I'll just get it.
You know, it's not like we have the internet in front of us, so you don't have to physically get up and get the book.
Right next to us. Cliff Chang.
Okay, I was close. I started Grell's Green Arrow, and it's intense. Ooh. However, Dinah getting captured and tortured didn't sit well with me. Doesn't seem possible for a group of thugs to have captured her so easily. Thoughts? His run on freaking Green Arrow was the most street-level superhero book that was out at the time. Keep in mind, though, that this was Dinah at a time when she was being rewritten, so she wasn't the same character like she was in the Detroit era of the Justice League or that era of the DC Comics. So she was a newer character because this is right after Crisis on Infinite Earths. So everything you had read about her, you know, it didn't stick. So I don't know, they retconned it saying it was her mom. I was okay with that. Yeah. I mean, she's damsel in distress. I mean, it was everywhere, but man, it was rough to read. I know what you're saying, but his whole run isn't sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of truth and darkness to it. What's up, Kane?
Omar, have you heard anything about whether the Cantwell Iron Man or Kate Store run will be getting OHCs?
No, I haven't, but I would love Doctor Doom. I love a Doctor Doom OHC by Kate.
Thanks, Mark.
No one has said it. You're right.
To hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
If you like it.
Brian Chang, Brian K.
Right.
Vaughan, and Cliff Chang are now one creature.
Oh, it's an
I was
amalgam.
close.
Thanks. Well, there'll be a celebration for hitting 60K.
Maybe this week, one evening, we can do it like
maybe
on Wednesday.
We've got every day we're doing something. That's why I'm so tired. So we want to, but how about we may? It just depends. We're going day by day.
Yeah, seriously.
Day by day. So it may just be like, hey, tonight, let's do it, or something like that. Let's see. Kane saying, me too, on that Doctor Doom run. Well, we have a Most Wanted Marvel Omnibus reprint vote this year.
Yes, February. We'll do it in February. Because I have to make announcements first, and then February, I think it's a good month. And last time we did it in March, I believe. So I think February would be really good.
Rebel by Design. Brian Chang is Omar Gabriel's favorite author. Newsflash, Garth Ennis is working on a new Punisher miniseries. Thanks, Super Laugh Hard.
Super Laugh Hard. Where'd you get that newsflash from? Thanks for stealing it.
Wait, is this really Super Laugh Hard? Is this Fiona Staples is Super Laugh
Are
Hard?
you breaking...
Should we trust you?
I don't trust Fiona Staples anymore.
Hello, my friends. You guys are the best ever, and it's always great to see you here. Do you know if the Question Omnibus is up for pre-order yet?
I think that comes up for pre-order this month. Or, I'm sorry, this upcoming month in February. So it should be coming up for pre-order soon.
Mm-hmm. Dean saying, hey, Omar, hope you're good, healthy, and love you. Also, still waiting Matt Fraction and Lane Kaminsky. Iron Man Omnis. David, please show some love to the old shell head instead of making Dan Slott Iron Man Omni.
I was really surprised about that Dan Slott Omnibus. I thought we were going to get a Fraction or even a Gillen run, but it's interesting.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Here, go to Jess. She has a good question. They reprinted Infinity Gauntlet, and I have Infinity Crusade. Do you think we'll ever get an Infinity War reprint? One I saw was going for $200. Wait it out. Look, here's the thing, Jess. I'm sure we will, and when we do, it'll have a new nice spine to match the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Crusade. Because Infinity War had this wraparound cover, which I love, but it didn't match the spines of the other two. So I'm sure when it will be reprinted, it will be available in two different cover options and a nice spine. So yeah, I'd wait if you could be patient, unless you have to read it right now, and you got the money.
Nathan, that's the question I was looking for. What makes the Watchmen comics so good? I'm looking at buying it, but I wonder what's so good about it. And people in the chat can always
hard it's a hard answer to talk about because you're deconstructing superheroes and all their tropes and showing the true brutality and evil of human nature. Like, how do you describe Watchmen? Damn. Sorry. Whoops. I mean, darn.
No, I think you did a great job just there.
It's hard to describe.
Use big words, yo.
Well, I mean, it's hard to describe and just like.
I think that's a good answer.
So Alan Moore got. At the time that DC was doing Crisis on Infinite Earths, they got the rights to a lot of characters from Charlton Comics. So they had like Blue Beetle and Captain Atom and other characters, right? That did not belong to DC. So they said, "Hey, Alan Moore, write us, this guy named The Question, write us." And then The Question evolved into Rorschach, right? Because it kind of the book became so much bigger than DC thought. So Blue Beetle became what's his name, Night Owl, or the Owl, and DC said, you know what, just write your own thing. And that's what became Watchmen. It's about legacy. It's, I've never been asked this question and had such a hard time answering. Like, how do I describe Watchmen to somebody that wants to know why it's so good? I don't know, man. I think it is really good.
Does your promo code work on pre-orders from cheap graphic novels?
It does. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, it's your first time.
No, that was the next time. Walt's Comic Shop is the first time. Okay, so Cheap Graphic Novels is the second time that you purchased them.
I will say something about Watchmen. Don't, because I've had friends that have done this. Do not skip the prose. Like, do not skip the novel part, because you didn't.
Oh no, I don't remember. It's been years. I'm thinking
don't
about
skip
Starman.
Don't skip
because I had to read in 3 weeks.
Don't skip the pirate comics, because everything leads to something.
Oh, yeah,
in Watchmen. The payoff is so superior if you read everything and don't skip anything. I promise. And if you hate it, I'll super chat you. $5. About the upcoming The Boys Omnibus, are all 3 volumes mapped out? Do we have word on whether Dear Becky is going to be included? I'm going to double check. That's why I didn't talk about it. I'm pretty sure to keep costs down, to keep it about 700 and some pages, they didn't include Dear Becky. But if they didn't, I'm sure that if there's enough demand, we'll get Dear Becky in a big deluxe edition. I didn't finish Inferno yet, Roberto Rodriguez. Is Thanos more powerful in comic and some cartoons than the movie? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when he gets the Infinity Gems, not stones like in the movies, although they're starting to call them stones in the comics too.
You're like a little salty about that. That's right. I said salty. Which I don't say salty. Omar, any word on if Future State will be collected in hardcover format or Omni? I want to read them all, but I would prefer a more premium presentation if it will be available. Love the show, guys.
Oh, much love to you, man. I would say not in the near future because we still don't have like death metal and metal collected in a proper omnibus format.
Is it true Weight Watchers wanted to sponsor the King? I was meant to click on Golden Dogs, but
it could have tromboned.
Wait, Watchmen is overrated.
Also, I see that a lot too. Watchmen is overrated. I see that a lot. So it may not be for you.
Oh, Thanos got taken out by the NYPD and rides on a
Hey, that was not in freaking continuity, okay? That was like a Hostess cake commercial.
Does Miracle Man Omni mean we are getting more of the Gaiman run?
I hope it means that Gaiman gets to finish out his story. I know Buckingham has been saying they've been wanting to finish it for a while. So here's hoping.
People are chiming in the chat about
Watchmen. You know what? Let me tell you something. Watchmen is also one of those stories that people will start arguing about. No, it's not overrated. So,
what are Taylor?
What's up, Taylor?
Comics. Omar, who's your favorite pre-2000s Avengers artist and writer?
Pre-2000s, I really like Englehart's run. I was a big fan of that era. David Michelinie, even the Issue 200. Always liked George Perez's artwork in Avengers, though. John Byrne's artwork, Steve Epstein's artwork.
Oh, that news is from the latest Judge Dredd magazine about Punisher.
Punisher! Wow, look at Judge Dredd magazine breaking news. That's what's up.
I'm gonna turn on the heat.
No.
Scale 1 to 10, slow fast. Okay, just a little bit more.
What is your reading speed? Sometimes I wonder how you're able to finish reading materials in order to review them. Oh my gosh. Insane. But I will be honest though, I don't finish everything. There are times where if I have to review an omnibus, especially like a Silver Age omnibus, luckily I've read a lot of that stuff in the past. But if it's something new that I've never read, I try to finish as much as possible. But sometimes it's just my schedule doesn't allow me to because I have to go on and read the next set of books. Like I want to go back and read all of Books of Magic Volume 2, but oh my gosh, that's like 1,300 pages. There's no way that I can. And I read that stuff years ago. Reading Hellboy right now, your reading order was useful. Thanks. There's so much of it, and some of it is hard to find. It was only, if I was only going to read one of the few series, which would you recommend? Just Hellboy and BPRD. You'll be happy with both of those. That's it. Squirrel Girl defeated Thanos. Oh my gosh. We just gotta mention Squirrel Girl, don't we? I'm also in the Watchmen is overrated camp. Oh my goodness, you guys are you canceled. Watchmen is one of the best stories. This is
polarizing.
It is, isn't it?
I'm in the middle because it's just not my type of story.
No, that's impossible. Nobody's in the middle. Big
like
factor.
Starman?
Nobody's in the middle of Starman. You either love it or you're wrong. A big factor in Watchmen is timing and influence. Certainly adds to some people finding it overrated in hindsight. I remember when those issues were coming out too.
That's
like
a really good point.
They were delayed. I didn't get to read them until they came out in trade. Squadron. Oh my goodness, look at that. Squadron Supreme over Watchmen. That was Marvel's Mark Gruenwald's kind of Watchmen story with Squadron Supreme. I love it just as much. I think it's good.
There's a tsunami warning, Great Garlu.
Hey, you be careful then, man.
Yeah. Doc Holliday?
What up, Doc Holliday? This man got me in trouble.
Oh.
He's the one with the Batman question, the detective question.
As parents, how do you manage what comics your children should read? Because many, but not all modern comics like Marvel and DC are violent and not age appropriate. They like the mighty Marvel masterworks of the old comics of Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and Thor, and because they read it to review. Haven't done it in a while, but so it's like homework, but they don't have a hard time doing it.
No, they actually enjoy it.
Let's see. The only time I made a mistake was Finding Neverland. That was years ago.
That
Lydia.
was me.
How old was Lydia?
Lydia was 7.
And she was like, "Poppy, I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this."
So I made a mistake. I should, because I saw the manga and it was a cover of like cute little kids going to school. I'm like, Finding Neverland or no, Promised Neverland. That's what it's called. Finding Neverland's a Johnny Depp movie. Promised Neverland. So it's a manga about. Well, I'm not gonna spoil what because there's a twist in it, but. I gave it to her, and she's so cute. She's 7 years old. She comes back. She's like, "Poppy, I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this." And she shows me the page, and it's somebody getting decapitated. And I was like, "Nope, my bad. I'm so sorry. I should have looked at the warning." That's the only time I made a mistake.
She was younger, and we were watching Game of Thrones, and she was asleep. She woke up, and the horse got decapitated by the mountain.
Oh yeah.
And
she said, "Can we see that again?"
Underwater volcano erupted near Tonga, so warning all the way up to Alaska. Oh, geez.
So we're about halfway through the episode. There is an email I was not supposed to read until now. It says, "Don't open until Saturday." This is from Christopher N. Denner. I said don't open until this Saturday. Anyway, congrats on 60,000 subscribers. That's new Spooey channel. How did he know?
Hey, Chris,
he knew.
He put in parentheses Spooey. That's how you say it.
Spooey.
Not new Spooey.
New Spooey. Thank you so much. Hello from Cleveland. What's up, Cleveland?
Here, put our address and email address.
Oh yes, we do have an address. This is our email address. You can email us pictures or whatever you want, questions. We do have a physical.
Okay, maybe not whatever you want. Pictures of whatever you want.
I don't care. Give them to me, baby.
What?
Throw me the hot dog. Near mint condition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky 40383. We do have something in our P.O. box, but it's been so crazy I couldn't get out.
Yes, so we'll have that next week. Pick it up from
really quick here.
Usually we do every morning. I woke up too late.
How come Hulk, Daredevil, Silver Age Omnis don't sell, but Epic Collections do? Price, probably. Content for price. That probably has a lot to do with it. So, yeah, that has a lot to do with it. Hopefully, the Hulk reprint will sell and we'll get a volume 2 because I know a lot of people want a volume through. El hot dog, sí, señor. But we'll see. What's up, GX Vault? Asking me 4 times.
Is there any news about Punisher Omnibus?
Nope.
Reprints and
Nope.
new releases?
Nope.
I need more Punisher in my life. Maybe the route is Epic Collections?
Go the Epic route, man. Look how many Punisher epics we have. We have like 6, I think, so far. Sadly, nothing yet, man. Omar and Mel.
How long does it take you to read a normal manga volume or a trade paperback comic?
Oh my gosh, manga!
That. I was gonna say
manga is no joke. I could read a whole series.
Yeah, the trade papers backs take me a little longer unless I'm going to review it like I used to back in the day.
I think really it depends on the story. Like there are stories that are written and the way they're written. Have very little dialogue. Following the art is like, I think of like Invincible and Walking Dead took me hardly like any time. I could fly through those, but something like Watchmen would take me a long time.
Thank you, Partworks Comics Reader. A new Spooey channel said that he was making all those 12,047 alternate YouTube accounts.
Over last
week. I said 12,000.
1,200. Managed to get it done. Congratulations. Well, thank you, sir.
Good, Golden. I'm glad you're having fun. And this is a good question. Reading Why the Last Man after finished TWD. Looking for post-apocalyptic comics after what finished. Any suggestions?
Post-apocalyptic comics? My brain draw blank. I have to look. All my books. There's another Brian K. Vaughan series that nobody talks about. It's called...
Private Eye?
No, that is a good one though. That is a really good one. Hey, good job. That might be in my. I need to put that in my what's it called?
It's too high on the shelf. We can't reach it.
My hidden gems. That's a good book though. No, we stand on guard. Post-apocalyptic war, giant robots, Canada, U.S. fighting. It's awesome.
See,
Love it.
I knew you'd have an answer.
If you have not read Snowpiercer, that's one of the most underrated ones. It's wonderful. The Etronaut. Don't want to spoil what happens in that. It's so good.
Look, Mega Shrimpster is beating Super Laugh Hard. Judge Dredd.
Yeah, Judge Dredd is good. Judge Dredd is really good, especially because it's all set here in America. Somebody mentioned Sweet Tooth. That's good. Yeah, Old Man Logan.
What about BPRD?
Old Man Logan. BPRD? Post-apocalyptic? Are you talking about because of what happens later?
Hey, Final Shadow.
What's up, Final Shadow? Hold on. This comment right here by Golden Dogs is Crossing. I don't think I've ever met a man or a woman that loves The Crossing. Ooh, Lazarus. Excellent, excellent. Yes. Rebel by Design. That is true. Lazarus is an excellent. That's got one of my favorite world building too in comics. That's Greg Rucka. If you've not read it, it's excellent.
I always love the Saturday show. Is new DC catalog this week? Hoping for more Omnis.
It should be this month. I'll have the solicits next Friday morning, like 7 a.m. It's when that video will go up for the solicits for April. And then Marvel was really early on their solicits. That's why I did it, I think, December. I think like the last week of December.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
I get it. Brain games. And then, the brain. I bought the 4 Black Spawn Deluxe Editions, but I'm scared to read them because they totaled around $1,500. You ever buy valuable books and too scared to read them?
No, but to each their own. Books are meant to be read. So if I own my Justice League, Absolute Justice League, Avengers books, been out of print for years. I pop it out of that slipcase and read it. It's why the way God intended to be read. And I don't know. I never had an issue with that. You know, if I paid money for something, I'm going to use it the way it was meant to be used, you know? And does that make sense? But like I said, it's to each their own. I understand the value of things too. People like to have it in mint condition and showcase it. So it's up to you.
When will there be solicits pre-order for Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2 Omni?
I just announced that last month. Is it coming out in, is it August or September? If it's September, it might be in the catalog for March. Whatever solicits I talk about in March. And that will probably be the August catalog.
Would Galactus be able to eat uncooked frozen pizza? Well, if it's regular size and he's so huge,
yes.
I suppose
yes.
you wouldn't even notice.
He's eating the entire planet.
Yeah. Okay, so all of the uncooked frozen pizza would get eaten. Arjun saying, if I ever had children, I'm going to have them watch and read older stuff first. This is to make sure that the wall isn't created where they don't appreciate older media. That's what my dad did with me. That's really cool.
I think that's a great idea. And also it teaches them, you know, the difference in like the old writing style and the new writing style. I agree with that. Go to Trumbo because he has a really good suggestion. There's these things people do. Broad art your books. You know what that is? Mm-mm. So it's when it's like a clear it's like a clear plastic thing you wrap around your book and you tape it. You put it around the dust jacket to keep your book intact so it doesn't damage the dust jacket. So it's like the dust jacket for the dust jacket in a way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people. I've actually bought a couple of books like that. Book,
it doesn't dent the dust jacket as bad. Oh, man. Maybe.
We don't talk about drop books. Please. Please don't talk about drop books. Continue. Let's keep going.
Oh, Thomas is saying Omar has the same idea about books meant to be read that I have about single malt whiskey. It's there to be drank.
Right. I have friends that I gave my friends some
low places.
Okay, there, Garth. I have friends that I gave when I worked at Buffalo Trace. I gave them Pappy Van Winkle. It's worth a lot of money, especially now. Old Pappy, but I was like, guys, I gave you this to drink, and I was drunk one time, and I started opening up Rob's, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gave you this bottle. We're drinking it."
Oh my gosh, yeah, Rob never opens anything. Wait, I like a great girl is saying, "Omar," like we used to do in our school books.
Wrap them. Yep.
Wrap it up. Was it a button?
It was a button.
Wrap it up. Oh, wrap it up.
He's on top. That whoops them. He's like, really? Nothing?
Really? Do you recommend the Scott Snyder Batman Omni?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good read. Phenomenal artwork if you haven't read it.
Drop the subject of drop books.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Oh, the library is open. The library wrote our books. Dude, and I went the next day and I got it. And I told the librarian on our live chat.
By the way, I need to
go to the library. I'm not done. Nope. And I've only read 2 pages of the book. Dang nabbit. Day by day.
What is this, your personal Instagram page? All right. Really quick, I want to give a shout out to Kyle. My buddy Kyle. Got a Kyle Pile. He did send me some. This is what I've called the Kyle Pile for years. He did send me some books too, but that will be in my haul video. I'm waiting for one more package that's been stuck 20 minutes from me for about a week and a half now. So he gave me some games that I'm like, what is this? So this is a shooter on the Nintendo Switch. Came with a soundtrack. He sent me extra Joy-Cons because we talked about how mine were busted up. And he's like, oh, I got you, man. So he sent me some extra Joy. What a guy, man. I was not. Oh, dude, this right here. Dragonforce 2 with the English patch. One of the best Sega Saturn games ever. As well as Layer Section on the Sega Saturn. This that I didn't know existed. The RoboCop Director's Cut.
Ooh.
What? This is the 4K of RoboCop. Man. That's from Arrow Video, and then he gave me Looper because we talked about Looper. I really enjoyed this movie. This is the Steelbook.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
And he kickstarted this. This is Excellence, and he sent me this particular copy, but he also sent me an extra copy for a giveaway. So once we do a giveaway, I'll be happy to share the love, man. This is really nice Kickstarter. This is book 1.
Oh, wait, show the pages. Look at that. What is that called when it's like not gold leaf? Is that like on a Bible?
Edged,
like the with the edge of every single piece of paper.
Yeah, I like that
whole thing. It's really pretty.
It's glitter.
So New Speed Channel's asking what's the game? It was Dragonforce 2.
Yeah, there's a couple games too. Like there's also the this shooter right here.
Oh yeah, that's hard to see. What's it called?
Wait, hold on. Luis is saying, random comment, around half a year ago, I saw your channel, and thanks to you, I'm reading comics again. Gracias. De nada, hermano.
Thank you for
the super chat. And man, that's awesome. I'm glad you're still around reading comics. That's great. Gilded Edge. Thank you all so much. 4-Edge. This is called a 4-Edge, right? 4-Edge. But it's called Gilded Edge.
Oh, okay. Great Garlic saying that the RoboCop has the theatrical director
and the TV stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Can't wait to do. And you can order Broad Arts online from Broad Art the company.
Thank you, Josh. That's what I was saying. What's the title? Because you can't see from the spine.
It's a Japanese title.
Well,
oh no,
it's right there. Kyogi Quartet Fighters.
Kyogeki
Quartet Fighters. There you
go. Kyogeki.
Ooh, what's the name of your shelves in your collection room? Like proper names, like Brian or Billy. Wait, there are Billys. Or
you talking about their IKEA names or the Christian names I've given them? I have Christ in You.
Trunks.
Maximus. Fortress Maximus.
Oh yeah.
I use Kalax for the Omnis and Billy's for the trade paperbacks. Rebel by Design said it. Go away, Arrow. I can only indulge one expensive hobby at a time. Was the Jane Foster Valkyrie OHC canceled because we are now getting a trade paperback of the same material? So 2 things. Whenever things are leaked online, I've learned a long time ago, basically because of DC, does not mean it's 100% coming. So when people kept asking me about that oversized hardcover from Valkyrie, I said I haven't officially announced it yet. So it might come, and I thought it was coming too, but I guess they changed their mind, and the ISBN changed, and it became a complete collection instead.
Any Peacemaker comics now that the show is out?
Go with John Ostrander's run on Suicide Squad.
Psycho Cleveland, yeah, yell it at us. Can we please form a plan to get Jess to have the time of his life reading Asadora? Yes.
He doesn't read right to left. He can't do it.
So good.
And I'm so happy to see you here, man.
Leslie saying, any opinion on the single page of original Spider-Man comic artwork, which featured the debut of the black costume?
That's insane.
Sold for $3.36 million.
Yes, comic book art. That's a game changer. Everybody now is going to think they're sitting on gold if they have original comic book art. Everybody's sitting there going, huh? This is from the 80s. Like, I have the third page to Super Pro number 4. Like, oh my gosh, that is a game changer. Absolutely. My thoughts are like, how? Who?
Where?
No, when? I knew where.
Why?
I know why, I guess. Wow, that is insane. I saw that.
Yeah, that's a lot. Dr. Evil money. Voice. Yeah, how I can't remember how to present that in Dr. Evil's voice. What did he do this?
Yeah, he did that a lot.
$1 million.
Thunderbolts is standalone-ish, but you'll appreciate it more if you read a little bit of the Marvel Universe. Omar, did you receive the Batman No Man's Land? And if so, how's the binding? Not yet. That's one of the books that's stuck for a week and a half, 20 miles from me. I don't know what's going on.
Lionheart's out the dentist. I hope it went well.
Oh,
it's just a cleaning.
Congratulations, Lionheart. Now you can challenge me to Street Fighter.
I like dentist cleanings, not during, but afterwards. Oh, your teeth feel so good.
Sad part is the two bidders were Jim Shooter and Mike Zeck. Stop it. What are both of them doing that they can afford that page? Good morning. Torsten. Just joining. Catch you on the replay.
Hello, future Torsten, when you see this on the replay.
And I'm glad Cycle Cleveland is here pushing on the manga love. I remember when this guy used to yell at me about other stuff. You can get some Alf OA for cheap.
Original animation?
Original art.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Original video animation.
Have you read Stargazing Dog? I have not. But if you're suggesting it, I may get that. Peacemaker. I haven't seen Peacemaker yet. I need to. No, I know it's out.
So Brian's just saying the opening credits are god awful.
Oh.
And he doesn't want to watch it.
Oh. Omar. Sorry for the weird hoe at the beginning. Was driving to groceries. What's the...
Keep misspelling. What's the availability for... Don't text and drive. MMW X-Men 10 through 13 to bridge from Omnibus 4 and Mutant Massacre.
Availability? I think they're all... Well, no, I don't think 10 is in stock anymore, right? I think 10 is not in stock anymore. I have one of them.
Off my shelves.
What's up off my shelves?
My thought about that sale is yet again, the original artist has probably profited nothing. Oh
yeah.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, it becomes property of whoever ends up buying it, right? Like, that's the crazy.
Did John Cena buy it? What? John Cena's so whack. What?
He's Peacemaker.
Oh, okay.
My goodness.
The artwork.
No, he's not. John Cena does not care
All
about...
I think about it is the meme with the kid playing 2 recorders in his nose saying, I'm John Cena. Okay, Asador and Marmalade Boy or whatever are not comparable.
Marmalade Boy is brilliant. This guy remembers that from 2 years ago. One of my hauls, I talked about Marmalade Boy, and he's like, "What's Marmalade Boy? Making fun of me."
Do you know if X-Men Legends has been canceled? Claremont was writing issue 12, but I've seen no solicits or pre-orders for future issues.
Man, don't say that. I don't know. Omar, old Moon Knight or the Benson Omnibus. I like Silver Age stuff, but I heard Benson is really good. Benson? You mean the Houston run? The Houston run is good. I like the Houston more, but that's just my personal take. But the Doug Mensch, Sienkiewicz run is solid, especially once once Bill Sienkiewicz joins, it's another type of story, man. It's really good. Clearly, Omar, you know that the dentist won't stop me from... Come on, man. You know.
Do you know any comics like The Boys?
You mean edgy? Sure. Happy? Happy's like Grant Morrison channeling Garth Ennis. It's so... And it also has Derek Robertson artwork. The Pro. Keep in mind, these are all adult and mature themed, okay? Crossed is beyond edgy though. Preacher is so good. Preacher is solid. And Punisher Max. Bought the Nintendo Switch OLED yesterday and the okay.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Just clicking on things?
No, yeah, to show while you're answering a question, things that aren't questions.
Now the guy that's texting and driving is looking and like, what's that say, Melanie? He hit a tree.
Brian, keep with it. I get stick in Zelda games too, so.
I actually hated the Watchmen annotated. It's the most obvious info, like Nixon actually left office in 1974. Thought it would reference. Didn't you have a problem with annotated Sandman a little bit because of the same thing, right? Like the obvious things were being annotated. Like
no, I can't remember, but I wanted something else. I was expecting something else. It was still very informative in it, but just not quite what I was wanting.
Omar! Man's yelling at me. He's serious business. You've never reviewed my favorite comic book, Empowered by Adam Warren. Look, man, I was into Adam Warren long before most people even knew who Adam Warren was. That is when he was doing Bubblegum Crisis and Dirty Pair. And also, I don't have Empowered. I need to get Empowered. Is it still in print?
Obi-Wan Kenobi's asking, what if Batman snapped in Endgame instead of Tony? So they'd have like a huge crossover then, right?
This is such a weird comment to make from somebody named Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that's true. This person, somebody else has been asking like what if questions. Having fun with.
What if it was Batman that snapped in Endgame? Then,
yeah, like what?
Well, I can tell you one thing. He's a 6 out of 10 occult detective. He wouldn't be able to figure out how to cheat death. Oh no, he did. In Batman R.I.P., he backed up his brain and traveled through time. He would still be alive.
With a time-traveling bullet.
You remember that?
Yeah. I like how you're just always doing
that. Not time-travel bullet. That was Captain America.
Oh, it was Captain America. My sister and I wanted to write not fanfic, but a story just about Abraham Lincoln, and it was a time-traveling bullet, and he time-traveled, and because we really like Abraham Lincoln. Oh, remember I had that big cardboard cutout in my classroom of Abraham Lincoln, and we give him like a top hat, construction paper top hat. Sometimes he'd be holding shuriken. Oh, that was fun.
Jay's like, I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. And he's still yelling at me.
Yeah, where's Sugar Man with his
I'm just kidding,
every
Jay.
other word?
I honestly don't have it, and I don't know if it's still in print. I may have to order it. Then I can talk about it.
Oh, if you read annotations in Gilbert Gottfried's voice, no.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Wait, I think you answered this last week, didn't you? Best Scarecrow story?
I thought I did.
Were you listening? No, but you just said the name and that's it. I don't remember what the name is.
There's a story in the Shadow of the Bat Nightfall that I really like with Scarecrow. It's part of the Nightfall crossover. And then Judd Winnick wrote a really good Scarecrow story, too.
Oh, Batman is prepared for everything except someone saying the name Martha. That's the best. What? What did you say?
Dream crossover comic. Mine would be
Red Dwarf meets aliens. Yay!
Yes.
And Cat could do some kind of dance and sing against the aliens.
It'll be about Ace Rimmer taking all the xenomorphs down.
Oh my gosh, he could. I remember watching Bubblegum Crisis when I was a little kid on early 90s with my brothers.
I love Bubblegum Crisis. So Adam Warren did his own. It was a weird time for comics because a lot of publishers were scared to bring over manga, but they weren't scared to experiment with Western artists taking on manga property. And that's why a lot of people remember Adam Warren from those early years of Dirty Pair and Bubblegum Crisis, or what was his name? Fred Perry, the guy that did Gold Digger. And then there was Ninja High School. It's an interesting time in American comics. Which Batgirl omnibus, Gail Simone or Burnside? For me, Simone. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the answer to that one. What about thoughts on Fear State?
Yeah, solid. Gilbert Gottfried doing the Bogart part from the end of Casablanca as Jackie Gleason is amazing. Everyone YouTube it.
Okay.
How about that's so random.
Dean's asking, do you think it's possible that before we die, we will get to see the Justice League versus Avengers and DC versus Marvel Omni someday? Maybe with possible future DC versus Marvel movie? Oh, man, with the state that DC's in right now, though, it sounds like in terms of...
Okay, first of all, so two things, Dean. Number one, before I die, I want to be on a rocket ship to Mars So I don't even think about, like, I think I'm gonna die far away from now. So I want to think of like things like I want to have rocket shoes and a jetpack. That would be cool. Be cool if I get to like if I can freeze my head and come back 100 years from now. And then yes, I would like a copy of Justice League Avengers Omnibus.
The question was
yes,
but do you think
yes,
it's gonna happen?
yes. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of and it's not even really DC and Marvel. It's more of the company representation of Disney and WB. I looked away and heard Melanie. What are your thoughts on beer steak?
Not beer steak. Yeah, I am not enunciating my words. Beer steak or milk steak? What am I saying?
Milk steak.
Yeah, milk steak.
Side of raw jelly beans.
With a side of jelly beans, raw.
Why can't I find Ultimate Spider-Man anywhere? I just finished Volume 1. I want to read all the rest of the comics because it's not out yet. It comes out in September. Goes up for pre-order, I think, next month. That's
Thanks
why.
For the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat sticker, Misfit Rick.
With your awesome icon. I'm going to pretend the super sticker is Guts' sword.
You can go.
We never see it. Never in our whole entire lives.
There are no dogs on Mars. All right, I'm not going to Mars then. Omar, we have heard your drunk stories. No one's giving a rocket anything. Drunken rocket-powered Omar would be amazing. I would solve so many of Earth's problems in the span of a year.
Wait, okay. Bobby was saying I wrote better the second part while I was driving, actually at a red light. Then the first one I added now at home, always spell check.
Omar, did you get any update about... I haven't got an update about the spines on the reprints of Uncanny 3 and 4. But I am going to ask for that stuff.
Omar, correct me if I'm wrong, but watching this channel, I believe character development is one of your criteria for a good comic story. Any other criteria that makes a good comic for you? You'll buy it just for the art. Like Wildcats.
Hey, look at you! You pay attention. Absolute Wildcats. I love Jim Lee's artwork. Character development, yeah. And then
so you're okay. I'm okay with not that great of art if the story's good.
I'm both.
I'm not if the art's great. And the story's not good. Then
I'm both.
I don't care.
I'm serious. I've been both for a long time. When people ask me, do I appreciate the story more or the art more? It's comics. It's both for me. There are comics that I own because I love the artwork, and there are comics I love that I cannot look at the art, but I love the story so much. So it's both for me.
Ooh, are you saying all our heads will be in jars in the future, like Futurama?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, having heard some of the stories in yesterday's AMA, a rocket-powered drunk Omar scared the marbles out of me.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, so with our Patreon, every month there's an Ask Me Anything and the $7.77 engagement tier.
But Tina joined me last night.
And I did for like 5 minutes at the end.
Yeah, you were.
I was watching YouTube videos with your brothers. Can you get demonetized for cursing in Spanish?
No.
Carajo. It's a Saturday stream.
Why did you do that?
Because I just want to show I knew the word.
Oh, all right. Omar, are you able to get a list of books with new spines like Doctor Strange and 1 and 2? Gonna have them or Silver Age? Yeah, Doctor Strange 1 and 2 definitely have them because I have them up there. Thor definitely has them. I think Hulk will probably have it, but I'll ask for the actual art so you can see. Who would win, you or Obi-Wan? Depends. Is he on the second story or is he in the first is he in the basement? Are we fighting to the death or are we playing Street Fighter?
Or comic knowledge.
Comic trivia.
If the art is so good, it tells the story well enough, it is worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm okay with that.
Oh, bye off my shelves.
Be good, buddy. Go feed the kids.
Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Yes. Hey, Swimmer. Omar, how come we don't have a Green Arrow by Judd Winnick Omnibus? For the same reason we don't have one by Chuck Dixon. We don't have any of his New 52 run.
Remember this. In our interview with Chip Zdarsky, he said he throws away the dust jackets.
He's a monster.
And other people were like, what?
And he must be stopped. I joked with him the other day on Twitter. It's been a few months ago. He was doing something, and I'm like, you're a monster, and you have to be stopped.
Hi, Michael.
There's my buddy Graham and
Hi, Graham.
Michael. Morning, Omni, just popping in to say hi, and also wanted to know when the new epic announcements are. Also, congratulations, 60K. New epics, maybe next month. Next month we'll do new epic announcements.
Thanks, Ipsy. It's my birthday tomorrow,
Dude,
by the way.
Happy
Woo!
birthday. I'm getting old. No, don't say that.
Thank you for introducing me to comics and always keeping me entertained. Much love. Well, yeah, happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
What are you going to do to celebrate?
Don't say if it's not Saturday morning friendly. Look at Psycho Cleveland. It's going down the Urasawa like spiral. Look, WTF is up with Urasawa series always being partially out of print. This has to stop. Dude, let me tell you something, Psycho Cleveland. Talk to Uncanny Omar from 20 plus years ago, asking where's Pineapple Army #2. I've been asking that question since 1993 when I got the first trade or collected edition.
Every morning when you wake up.
Every morning.
Pineapple
I say, who are you? And where's Pineapple Army #2?
Trouble has good art.
You're dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
Final Shadow is dead to me. Trouble. Not even the art could save Trouble.
If it was called a clean jacket, he'd keep it.
Yes. Can't wait for his whole library to be digital. Shut up, Psycho Cleveland.
What about convincing David G to bring back the Chip Kid die-cut jackets?
I love those.
Daredevil Miller Omnis.
Probably not, unfortunately, because it's so much easier to reprint the files they have now.
I've been saying I really want to read some Chuck Dixon books, but DC doesn't put any of his stuff out despite mostly favorable reviews from people.
They've done his entire run on Nightwing. They've done some of his Robin. They've done a little bit of his Batman. I'm trying to think. Some of his Birds of Prey. That was a really good question up at the let me see for a second, please. I tried to get into Ultimate Spider-Man, but failed. Will there be multiple printings of it? Oh, you tried to get it. Is it out of print already? It can't be out of print. Is Reed in the chat? Reed's Comics. Shout out to Reed's Comics in the UK. Would you rather be Batman or Tony Stark? Batman.
Well,
Batman.
would I rather be? I don't know. He's got a worse life.
Oh yeah, Batman had his mom and dad taken from him.
Yeah, so...
But he gets with the ladies. And he's not that bad of a detective. He's no Scrappy Doob.
I don't think I've ever read an Iron Man comic.
Really?
I don't think I have.
That needs to change. Congratulations on 60K, Omar and Melanie. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Super chat from Lionheart. I emailed you back, my dude. Omar, did you see the cover of Darkstalkers Morgan Mini by Udon? Very nice.
She's got like a trench coat on and a big old bonnet. She's completely covered up. It's amazing.
It's a Sunday
line work on that trench coat.
It's a Sunday dress.
No, she's like
I think the Dark Knight Detective volumes will get the Dixon to Dixon soon. Yeah, we're gonna get Dixon in that format. So we at least have that, and we got some of his run on Punisher too. Of course, that's not DC. Will Marvel's Predator Omnibus ever actually exist? Yes.
Any time frame for an AVP Omnibus?
Oh, that would be awesome. Hopefully after Predator actually comes out and it's in our hands.
Oh, okay. Josh is saying that Tony Stark lost his parents too. Winter Soldier killed his parents.
Okay, that's the movie Tony Stark.
But still, but made a good point.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd rather be Wolverine. Did not
cats or dogs?
Which character or movie or comics? Both.
Dogs. I'm a dog man.
But cats a little more.
What?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Dogs,
because
man.
They're more calm.
Dog is man's best friend. Dog.
Oh, I love
if somebody were to break into the house right now and threaten us, Strider would give his life to protect the girls. Those cats be in the litter box.
Now the question isn't who's better.
Oh.
They're both equally
wonderful. I love cats too.
But as a person of my personality, I'm more drawn and feel more connected to cats and you to dogs.
I'm dog.
So we have a dog and two cats.
I used to have a chinchilla. So did Tony Stark the Winter Soldier kill his parents? Thanks, Josh. You did that. Appreciate the boys news. Going to pre-order to help make it happen. How's the Spawn combo going? I'll pre-order those hardcovers too. It had to be continued, so I hope to speak to them sometime this week. I hope. Best Carnage story besides Maximum Carnage. His introduction is the best Carnage story. That 3-part, I love it. Why are you doing this?
I own it.
Because I can. Psycho.
Yeah.
I love it. Is there a more well-adjusted option than Cats and Dogs? Maybe. Is that what we're talking about? Melanie, check out Infamous Iron Man by Bendis. Hey guys, what do you think about I do.
Okay.
Fraction's Thor? Hoping to pre-order it alongside Aaron's Omni. I thought it was okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I thought it was okay. Cats are pointless. Okay, I'm not saying that.
Cats are, yeah, Josh, you got cute
cats. Is correct. They are superior beings. What is wrong? All right, Neil Gaiman.
Cat has a complex, thinks he's a dog. Oh, we used to have a cat named Luna, and she would fetch food. I'd throw it down the stairs, and I miss her.
She was a cool cat.
Your dog.
You don't know that. When he gets really hungry, he might.
Cats are evil. No, not always.
You can't trust them. They will cut your throat one day.
Isn't the stereotype like little yippity dogs that are just mean? You know, there's
they have the Napoleon complex.
Let's see. What? Next giant wolf, hella best friend. Oh, I don't think I understand.
Yeah, the big giant wolf.
Yeah, but what next?
What was the name of it?
Best friend.
Is it what the heck's the name of that big dog? Not Cerebus, but it was. Oh, they used it in Loki Thor Ragnarok. Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 is still available at Cheap Graphic Novels. That's right, cheapgraphicnovels.com. Your online home for cheap graphic novels. Up to 50% off. They have Nick and Dent sales.
Which I'm all into. I don't.
Tell them cheap graphic novels. Tell them Human Condition sent you their way for free shipping on your next order. Fenrir, that's the name of it. Oh, Lockjaw's so cute. Man, how could you not love Lockjaw?
He looks really slobbery though. I don't do dog slobbery. I have a hard time with it.
It's part of their personality.
Oh yeah, the Sandman story where cats used to rule, and
I love that story.
They always had the cats gather. They always have to tell the tale.
They have to tell the tale
in order to keep it alive.
Yep.
And yeah,
that's a good story.
Streaky the super cat.
No, Ace the hound dog. Obi versus Omar. Obi won. No, he. Okay, that's a good joke. I like that. Hi, Omar. Can you please request DC to print omnibus format for Mark Waid's run now that Jeff Johns runs over? Yes, I can. Would they ever reply to me? Who knows? I'm sure I'm sitting on a get to sometime, like their emails, some kind of folder that's like, oh, we'll get to it next year.
When will you announce the omnibus that you said you would add to your list of the most anticipated graphic novels of 2022?
Soon. Waiting on my contact to send me some information.
Oh, it doesn't have slobber. What are you talking about,
Kyle? Wait a second. I don't slobber. Certainly not when I drink. Lockjaw is a transformed inhuman. I don't acknowledge that reboot that he's an actual dog.
Fracking, was that the cat? Is that the one?
The Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Is that the name?
Yep.
Well, but I Am Hero. Good for you, Pinkus.
No, that's a good manga.
I know.
It's about zombie apocalypse. I like that book. Or I really like that manga.
Yeah, you've got the volumes that are like this big.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5.
There's 11 of them, I think. When will that then be now? You're looking at now, sir.
Now. When?
Oh, what awesome
I don't have
movie.
The speech memorized or
Thoughts
the interaction memorized.
On the limited series Flashpoint Beyond by Jeff Johns. I'm excited. I like Jeff Johns. Sure. A lot of cool things to revisit in that era, too.
Any Marvel DC comics that you would recommend picking up before they go out of print?
Ooh.
Or Omni specifically?
This is a hard thing to... People have asked me this in the past. And I'll be honest, Jacob. I have a hard time recommending things that are going to go out of print for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't want to drive FOMO into people. Like that is not what my channel is about. I like keeping people up to date with things that are, if reprints are coming. And the last thing I want is like somebody sitting there going, man, I could eat dinner tonight or save money to get this omnibus that will go out of print. Like I don't like that idea. So it's really, I try to stay away from that topic. I don't, people have asked me to make videos of books that are low in stock and books that are low in print, or books that I think are going to go out of print. I will say that if it's a reprint of something, they usually have a lower stock. I will say that. Like a reprint of an omnibus or a reprint of an epic collection, they will have a lower stock, so the stock won't be there for a long time. And I mean, more than likely, it will come back soon.
Werewolf by Night Omni. I've almost given up on Volume 1 of the complete collection.
Isn't it coming out in? It's coming out in Masterworks format. So, and the omnibus has, I think it's out of print right now, though. Goose or Chewy, depending on the medium. Goose.
I say Starving Reed.
Starving.
You say cheating.
No, he's not asking about.
You can't win it.
He's not asking about reading. He's asking about buying. There's a difference.
What do you think Marvel will do when all the epics are finished? Oh,
Graham, here's the trick, man. Here's the thing you haven't thought about, Graham. They're never gonna get finished. One day I'll be long gone, and they'll be collecting epics of the years that, like when I died. Because epics are forever changing, just like what people consider classic rock is forever changing. Years get added to that, right? One day we'll have an epic collection of things like Mutant X, or one day we'll get an epic collection of like Ultimate Spider-Man. Those will be epics one day because it's forever changing. So,
which is why dust jackets should be edible. Goose is the cat's name from Captain Marvel. Okay.
But he's that creature though. And Adam is saying Mad Dog does a monthly series called Well Watch. So yeah, you can check out my buddy's channel, Mad Dog. Like he does Well Watch I think he does it every month. Epic Collection of Trouble. You are also dead to me, Josh. Thank you for mentioning Trouble. Is there a freaking Saturday I can go with no Al for Trouble?
Nope.
Chuck Austin X-Men Epic Collections one day. And I'll get that omnibus, and I will get that freaking epic.
What's your perfect lineup of the Justice League? Obviously, the Justice League animated show has the perfect lineup, but curious to see what you say.
All right. And nobody is more important than the other, but my lineup would definitely be Wonder Woman, Diana, Nightwing, Green Lantern Kyle Rayner, Aquaman, Plastic Man, and Elongated Man. I love that era. Sue Dibney.
Do you need both of them?
Satana. Shit, am I done yet?
This is a big
Hawkwoman.
This is a big
It's a big team. Black Lightning. Oh, gosh, this is hard. I wanted to stick to 10.
You know what the last one should be?
Rogue.
Your mom.
What is your problem? Power Girl. Gotta have Power Girl. For the
is that
power.
Like where her
no. That just came. No, it came out the wrong way because
for the
power. Gotta have a
yeah, new Spooey channel.
Look at the new Spooey channel right there.
That for our Patreon for the $1 tier. I'll just go through it. $1 tier, you get documentation from Omar's big brain for how he prepares for videos. And $5 you get early access videos, and $7.77 is engagement, like Ask Me Anything, and
the book club too, right?
Yes, which I won't be able to do this month. I'm so sorry. Like I said, we're going day by day, step by step.
Nope, don't sing that, please. We're gonna get demonetized. There it goes, all the money.
I always got confused with the Full House song, and I'll combine the two. $10, you get your name at the end of the video, and $25 is consultation with the Uncanny Omar, and it's sold out right now.
It stays sold out, which is really awesome and a blessing, but people have asked, how do I expand that? And I'm thinking of ways of doing it in February. So, Immortal Ibsy, thank you for the super chat.
Spa day, bowling, and food with friends. Good. Chill for my 23rd. Gonna dig into Thanos War Omnis. Can't wait to get to Death of Captain Marvel after your review. Wow, good for you. How fun.
And Immortal Ibsy, again, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And when you mean spa, you mean, I feel like you're trying to say something, like a word.
Like,
like spaghetti?
What's your spaghetti policy?
Omar.
That's like the third time we've mentioned Always Sunny.
Look at this.
You had to get Spider-Man Omnis just for it to be a $20.99 in Scarlet Spider Omnibus.
Scarlet Spider. Wow, there's a omnibus I never thought anybody wanted. That's cool. I'd be all over that. It's the comment after that. That was Yost, right? Yeah, I would be all over that. Yo was so pumped to see the boys Omni. That's right. You helped make that happen, Tyler. I always love your picture, by the way, the Rocky statue back there.
Need a bigger house to fit all the Omnis that are coming out.
That's what we do, man. That's what George Carlin would always say. That's what America is. You pack your crap up in one house, then you fill it up, then you move to a bigger house, and then you fill up that house with your crap because you have more room and more
You're shaking
crap.
the computer. You're very
serious
adamant about it. No, Super Laugh Heart's asking for a video, gives advice about starting a YouTube channel with things you've learned along the way. That'd be cool.
I am going to do a retrospect. I think we're recording it next Sunday, like, because I've been doing this for a year. And the things I've learned, the things that, and I'm not even a big channel. Just tips that I've learned along the way, the mistakes I made, and how to get a well-oiled machine. And I don't think it's possible, because when you think you have a well-oiled machine, you decide to take your family on a little break, and then you get copyright strikes, and you say, where did that come from? What even is this? So even when you think you've got it all figured out, it's all rolling.
It was completely out of left field.
It was.
How were you supposed to prepare for that?
It was rolling with those punches.
You the manga to review.
Yeah, it's rough.
Hi, Omar and Melanie. News about Nova Omnibus virtual hug.
Virtual hug to you, and no news, my dude. No news, but hopefully one day. There was a couple here. There was a question.
Let's get this one. What are your thoughts on the Logan movie? Watched it again last night for the second time. Forgot how good it is.
People love that movie, and I think it's just okay. I know it's weird, and it's my favorite character, and it's not the future I envisioned him. But I'm also not the biggest fan of Old Man Logan. I don't know what I want. Maybe I can never be satisfied, because that's how important he is to me, and I don't want to think about his ending, because it's not Wolverine the end. Days of Future Past. That's what I imagine Wolverine's future. Always fighting to the very end. Not a limo driver. That's what I think. You think Joe Kelly's JLE run should get the omnibus treatment? So Justice League Elite was solid, man, with Doug Mankey on artwork. I hope so. When I turned 23, I thought I was getting old as well. Oh, how young and innocent I was.
Let me give a shout out to... Okay,
solid on the Vampire trilogy, by the way. Red Rain, all that stuff is so good. They made a hardcover collection, I think, and I own the softcover collection.
Josh just saying, are you saying you shouldn't just start a channel out of the blue, like inside of the panel?
Shout out to this guy that we know.
Very informative, great points, and short videos about the inside the panel, because Josh he draws and writes his own comics, and just looking at other comics and artists and such. So yeah, shout out. I need to put it on the friends of the channel.
Yes, please do.
How good was Berserk? Love the character development in that it was a beautiful story. And after watching the 90s anime, I read the rest of Berserk with Guts' theme song playing in the back of my mind. That's you.
There is a Guts theme 3-hour loop. Oh,
I'm sure there's like 10. Isn't that the magic number 10 hours?
It is so heartbreaking, so beautiful.
And
you need to stop talking right now.
Okay. I love Berserk. Just not
the theme is perfect. There is no other heartbreaking theme that you could do for.
Okay, sure, it's heartbreaking, but how about that anime opening? That's the fun one.
Put your glasses on. Yeah. Put your glasses on. We love Berserk here. It's my favorite manga.
It's up to you. Are you still going to do Wanted DC Omnis and Epics?
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. I will probably do that. I'll do that. Just even if they don't ever get back to me, DC that is, I'd still like to see what people want. Spa, I know what you meant. We were quoting Always Sunny. Best way to collect Sin City, if you've got the money. Those new editions are beautiful. The deluxe editions. What's up, Martin? How are you?
Watched Eternals last night. Not as bad as reviewers said.
Right?
I think it will win people over given time to sink in.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as bad. I mean, I remember my brother telling me, we went to see it together. My brother was like, people are hating this movie. I didn't see why it needed to be hated. Like, I thought it was just, it wasn't my favorite. It was by far not the worst. Yo, already pre-ordered Jason Aaron Thor Omni on Walt's Comic Shop. Thanks for the tip. I didn't know where to order as
good.
an EU citizen. I'm glad that we could bring them to your attention. Walt's a good guy.
Gretchen, stop trying to make Eternals happen.
I love Rebel
What's
by
the
Design.
schedule for next week? And hi, Omni Buddy.
Is Omni Buddy here? What's up, bud? How are you? Omni Buddy also has a channel where he does a lot of unboxing videos. And he does a lot of Kickstarter stuff and Magnetic Press, who doesn't get enough love in this country. They put out some wonderful books. Let's see. Schedule is tomorrow's Books of Magic Volume 2. Monday is the Mighty Thor Omnibus Volume 1. Tuesday will be the Marvel Trades. Wednesday will be the haul video. Thursday will be where to start reading Wolverine and probably No Man's Land. I'm trying to try to... It's by the way, I promise I will get back to doing 2 videos a day. But our time has been occupied doing things.
Step,
okay,
day by day.
And Friday will be the DC Solicits for the April catalog. So that is the schedule for this week. We need Adam's Art Gallery edition. You're not the only one that has asked for that. I also want that, man. I liked Eternals. I didn't love it, but I liked it. Mango, I sent out your books, man. Hey guys, wondering if you guys will be watching Peacemaker. We should. So I sent out your books. They're on their way. I think I've sent out everybody's except for a couple of packages I have left from the last giveaway we did.
Will you do an overview of the Fantastic Four Omnibus by Hickman, or has it been delayed?
Yeah, it's been delayed, unfortunately. But I will be doing it. 2 videos a day. Calm yourself. It's my full-time job, man. I like to entertain as well as get these things out to people to let them know about these books. Thanks for another great show. You always appreciate this side of the pond. Smoke a kipper and don't skip breakfast.
I don't.
She don't. I don't want a hangry woman.
So now Ipsy saw the clip. Very funny. Don't feel like I'm done. Oh, dude,
What's
an
your
foreign
spaghetti
exchange
pulse?
student.
He ate spaghetti
Sitting
out of
in
a
our
plastic
car.
bag.
No, it was a plate, but he was eating in the car because we were like, we gotta go, and he wasn't done.
With the exception of the Batman.
He knew the reference.
Which CBM are you looking forward to the most? Black Adam, purely for the Dr. Fate for myself. The movies, as far as like the DCE, is it DCEU? Or what the heck are they called, the DC universe? Yeah, Black Adam. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for it. The Batgirl, correct me if I'm wrong. Batgirl is only a HBO thing, right? What's up, Dana?
Has the Doctor Strange Omni Volume 2 been delayed? The Silver Age volume?
You want something to blow your mind, Dana? It's already available on Amazon. I just got it from the printer last week, and Amazon had it at the same time, meaning that the book market got it before the direct market. So it's been delayed in the direct market till February. But the book market already has it. So places like Amazon already has it, or Barnes & Nobles has it. Mind-blowing.
Hi, Ace.
What's up, Ace? You and your dirty picture.
That's afternoon. That's an awesome sweatshirt. Is there a place viewers could get one too? You guys are so awesome helping us out with like promotional stuff.
We suck at
Thank you. Yeah, our spread shop. And this is the new logo design that uploaded a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
you get stickers and water bottles and t-shirts, hats. You know, all the usual
broad art
stuff.
Covers.
And this is the Terry hoodie. I've said this multiple times. It is so comfortable. It has a hoodie. I never wear hoodies on hoodies, but yeah, this material, it's one of the more expensive ones because it's so nice. Yeah, I never wear hoodies.
Greetings, kind of new to your channel, but I did order the Batgirl of Burnside, but I see Ultimate Spider-Man is sold out. Do you think they will get more? Is it really sold out? I think Amazon still has Ultimate Spider-Man, doesn't it? Let me I'm gonna check because you're not the only one that asked.
Okay. Marcelo is saying Mute Massacre is also available in Amazon weeks before the DM. Yeah, that wasn't a dirty picture for Ace. Ducks don't actually wear clothes normally. Unless you're Donald Duck, you don't wear pants. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got some bad news from a really close friend of mine. Let me find out about.
Okay, DOFY Dofi is still available on Amazon.
Okay.
All 3 covers on IST.
Okay, so I was gonna say it's still available because I know CGN still has it. Mutant Massacre was also available on Amazon weeks before the direct market. Something's going on, PRH. What's going on?
Well, we got stuff to do.
We do. So I actually have to end this today. So I'll take one more question, just one more question. And it's got to be the question of the day.
The question of
Hi,
the
guys.
day.
What's your recommended method for keeping track of what's coming out? What you want to buy? What you've ordered? That is an excellent question.
General broad question.
Tony, so what I used to do every month for years, I started writing down collected editions that were coming out, and I would visit like all the different distribution websites. So much more difficult now. But every month I do a video of like upcoming collected editions, and all I do is really share my list that I would create. And I share that list on the Patreon. It's like $1 at the dollar tier. That list comes out every month. But check out my buddy's website, Chris's website. It's comicreleases.com. He keeps it up to date, as hard as it is to keep it up to date. Check it out. It's comicreleases.com. I think you can even download some Excel sheets or some files. He lets you download, and he tries to keep it updated as much as possible. And I just want to take this time again to thank everybody that joined us for the live, for afterwards, for getting us to 60K. We love you all so much, and we may do a celebration like this 1 week or one day this evening. Can't make promises, but I'll try. Everybody stay healthy and safe out there, please. And we got one more super chat. Go ahead, get that.
Thanks, Jack, for the super chat. Why are some Hellblazers trades still in print, but others are out of print?
Because unfortunately the collected editions department is so out of touch with what fans want and like at DC. That is, to put it the most simplest way possible. They don't have somebody that can, that actually keeps an eye on these things. So that's the easiest and simplest answers. Much love to everybody. Please stay healthy.
Stay
we
minty.
love y'all. Thank you. Stay minty.